Welcome back to Gaijin Hideout. I'm your host, Jeff. With me, as always, is Jesse.
Yes, welcome.
And today we are reacting to a very, very surprising game that is blowing up like crazy right now called Palworld. So for those of you that don't know, we play JRPGs and like kind of Japanese games on our channel. That also extends to Nintendo games and Pokemon. So we play Pokemon every Fridays. We stream it. And there is apparently a game called Palworld that has come out that looks a lot like Pokemon, or reminds us. It's just very reminiscent, I think, is the way you might say it.
It is legally distinct from Pokemon, Jeff.
Yeah, legally distinct, yet very reminiscent. So Jesse's seen some clips. I've seen some clips. We really haven't looked at the trailers or like gotten some like hands-on looked at a review or anything. So we're gonna just like deep dive on Palworld right now and just kind of get a feel for, just react to what we're seeing, and like, which apparently is crazy, and just kind of talk about it. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is the gameplay trailer from TGS 2023. This was like one of the earlier ones. So I'm hitting you with the tease for right now, okay?
All right.
So
that's fair.
Here we go. Pocket Pair presents LLC.
That's just Latios.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Whoa. Let's pull back a little bit. What is I've
seen this before.
It's Latios crossed with Salamence or something. Oh my goodness, what the hell?
No, it's a totally unique. We did not generate this in Midjourney. No, it's fine.
Yeah. So is that what you think happened with these? Is it's like, so we have, so the joke, the joke is it's like a Pokemon clone, and it's like very much ripping off stuff. Allegedly, maybe that's like your opinion, but like insofar as they did, so Jesse's theory is they used AI to just like tweak things, like recreate.
That's what I would do.
They told Midjourney to recreate. They tried to describe a Pokemon to Midjourney and then tweak things to it. That's what we're guessing.
King Paka.
Mammorest.
Where have I seen this before?
By the way, listen to the music in the background. Tell me what this reminds you of. Does that not sound like the riding music in Scarlet and Violet?
It kind of does.
Like you're just kind of going around on your Koraidon?
Yeah, it kind of does. We have guns. Yeah, check.
Yeah.
Now looks like Fortnite mixed with Pokemon.
Now that's something. You can ride on all of them. See, now that's how it's different from Pokemon. You can't. Can
you
ride
imagine
on all of
if
them.
like the Game Freak actually like gave enough of a shit to just do all this cool stuff? Where's the Poppin', Jeff?
Yeah, it doesn't have Poppin'. That's how you know it's not Pokemon. All right, we're gonna get in trouble. This is Bowser.
Oh, you're right. It is just Bowser.
That was
oh my god. Carpet bombing.
Oh my god. So there's so many.
There's a lot.
Base building and crafting. So we got guns.
That's a Pokemon slave camp. That's what that is.
So we got guns. It's kind of like a survival game as well, apparently. And look how sad they look.
Oh my god.
And they're making guns.
Oh, Jeff.
This is the most American Pokemon game I've ever seen, dude. Look at this little dude. Look at this little dude.
An AK-47.
That's actually a cool looking Pokemon. I mean, Palmon.
Yeah, it's a pal. It's not a Pokemon. It's a pal, Jeff. They're legally distinct.
Yeah, this looks like.
You guys better lawyer up. That's all I'm gonna say.
This
Nintendo,
looks like,
they're coming for you.
This looks like Big the Cat meets cross with Pikachu. So.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I guess that's not Vespiquen. Don't. Shut up. Shut up. It's not Vespiquen. Calm down. Faction leaders.
Where have I seen this before?
That was not a Pokeball. No. Anyway, that's Palworld. This is not Mewtwo, Mega Mewtwo Y. That is not what that is. Okay? It's not. Shut up. Shut up. I want to play a fun game.
Quiet.
I want to play one that's fun for once. All right, so
I want to play one that's fun for once.
So here's the dichotomy that I'm seeing playing out online. On the one hand, blatant Pokemon ripoff. On the other hand, looks really fun. And as much fun as I do have playing Pokemon sometimes,
I know, I want that.
It's kind of like that 10 years in the past fun. It's not like
it's pretty goddamn like rote and just beat up at this point, and Game Freak doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
they just, I mean, we criticize them all the time. It feels like they don't care anymore, or haven't cared for years and years, and they Pokemon, the Pokemon games themselves look like they're being made in that factory we just saw.
Yeah, this is the where was that? Oh, come on, where was that? It was over here. Yeah, this is POV. The next Pokemon game is being put together. The process
even though
takes
this
30
is
seconds.
a blatant like Mid-Journey, reskin, it's nice to see like
modern elements,
kind of neat,
like truly
modern
elements.
It looks kind of fun, so. and the textures. There's textures in this game,
Well, Jesse, I wanna just like let you in on a little bit of information.
Okay.
So this game recently went into early access on Steam, and
so it'll be there forever, is what you're telling me. It'll be in early access for the rest of my natural life.
It's coming out in 4 days. And here's how I know that. Palworld has the highest concurrent player count of any paid game in the history of Steam.
What?
1.1 million.
That is amazing.
All-time, like.
All right, yeah. I
count.
mean, the audience is there. I can't tell you how long I've
now.
Wanted
Technically, someone down here said, actually, PUBG hit 3.2 million concurrent before it cost money. But I think it only cost money in the beginning because they didn't figure out the free-to-play model yet. Nobody had finalized that meta. So I don't know.
The point is, I mean, it's doing pretty well.
It's more than Cyberpunk's all-time peak, which they've been pushing that like crazy.
Great.
More than Elden Ring. More than Baldur's Gate, more than Hogwarts Legacy. I don't even know what New World is.
Jeez. Oh my goodness.
Dude. So
that's crazy.
So people are playing the hell out of this game.
I'm excited for this game. I mean, it looks like a cool concept Pokemon in a crazy open world. It looks like guns. There's like a base building elements. You make a Poke slave factory,
Yeah.
But on the other hand, is this just going to get shut down?
Yeah, is it going to get shut down? And are we just being conned with the same Pokemon grift, but by some newcomer that we don't know? Like, is this just dog shit base building? Is it dog shit? Shooter mechanics? Is it all just like slapped together, or are we at a point where you can kind of plug and play all that stuff and it functionally works well enough? So we'll find that out later.
It looks very intriguing. I'm excited.
Yeah. So here's the early access launch trailer. That trailer was from last year. This is from like 2 days ago or a day. Yeah, 2 days ago.
Okay.
So let's check this one out. It's gonna look a little nicer too. Oh, look at this!
That's cute.
Look at this!
That's
this
cute.
Definitely
How
is.
hard is it to do Pokemon? It's like they're just cute creatures.
This is just literally a chicken. This is just a little chicken.
I guess other people have. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a cuckoo from Zelda.
This is like Wooloo from Sword and Shield, but crossed with like a Care Bear or something.
Yeah.
I noticed they have little like chibi elements that more remind me of like Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest or whatever. So they just kind of, I think they just mishmashed a few different styles to make a lot of these. So, Pocket Pair
slaves.
Again, Pocket Pair, like this. I want to look up this company, and I'm just gonna laugh if it's like
pair,
it was like
Nintendo's gonna come for them hard.
It's like some like shell company by some unknown owner, like founded in like Delaware or wherever you can like found a company where it's private in like middle of 2023. Like I've never heard of them. This came out of nowhere.
I actually think this has been in development for like 3 years or so. I read a comment somewhere, that this game's actually been in development for a while.
Okay, well, if you're psyched about this game, let us know in the comments, or if you're not, like if you think this is stupid, give us your opinions either way. But if you think this is going to be good or bad, and give us supporting data, like give us data about the history, give us some lore about the development process, who this is. Like how what their plan is. That's the real question. Is like
their plan is an army of lawyers job.
Yeah, did all the money go into lawyers? Or they're just banking on like, okay, everyone's going to buy the game, and then we're going to take 80% of the profits and fund lawyers to protect yourselves, and we'll make out with a nice little nest egg.
Oh my goodness.
That's so crazy. All right, here we go.
Oh,
the towers are the key.
very
The tree holds the
familiar.
truth. Oh my God! This is just Xerneas. This is just yellow or a purple Xerneas.
Thank you, Midjourney. I hope they put Midjourney in the credits to this game at least.
Oh my God, that would be so funny. That's such a good point about the Midjourney thing, though. Like, I can just imagine them doing this
Because you
for
can do
every
that.
Pokemon.
You can plug in like base images. It's been a while since I messed around with Midjourney, maybe like a year at this point. Oh, it's been a while. But you can plug in like base images into Midjourney and just tell it to kind of like riff on a thing. And they made it, for all I know, they did something like that.
Yeah. Oh man, I think you could definitely do that. You could probably automate it for all of the Pokemon images, actually, because you could probably have you could write a program that takes the Pokemon. All the Pokemon images of the literal Pokemon, de-identifies them in some way, like applies a filter of some sort, maybe black and white, or like kind of alters it in such a way, just to whatever point you've experimented, it like works for Midjourney, so that they're not like, I can't do this, it's copyrighted, and then just make calls to the Midjourney API. I'm assuming it's open. It's open like ChatGPT is for devs and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, last I messed around with it, it was on Discord, and you can just do stuff there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I bet you could like automate that kind of rip off.
Probably
shit,
could, Jeff. That's a great point.
This might be coming for everybody. This might if they've used AI. This is just our conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
If they used AI to like do this, they might do this for everything. Like someone might do this for every
you know what?
game.
If I get good games, I don't give a shit, Jeff.
That would be that would be the new business model. You would look for like classic, iconic franchises that are coasting, that are totally coasting.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
the quality
the
going
Pokemon
down.
franchise kind of deserved this. They set themselves up. They were just so lazy for so long. I'm like, all right, sorry guys, you made your bed, and enjoy your nap.
And we love Pokemon. Just to be clear, like,
I love
play
Pokemon.
it all
I love
the time.
Pokemon.
I play
played,
Scarlet all the time.
Yeah,
so.
I played Red. I played the first fucking Pokemon when it came out. I remember sitting on my stairwell playing it. As soon as I got it in my hand, I have a pathological addiction to Pokemon. But it's it's hard to deny that they've just gotten lazy and invited this fucking monster into their home. And sorry.
Yeah. It will be interesting to go through and see how many of these are actually a hit versus in terms of design versus how many aren't.
Right.
I think it's going to be hard to beat, like, say Gen 1, but maybe like Gen 9 or 8 or something, but
yeah, I don't know.
let's take a look at some of them. I guess we'll get an idea. That Mamoswine, this is just Gyarados.
Come on.
Okay, wait a minute.
It's
There's
so
literally
blatant.
there's literally a website where you can fuse Pokemon together, by the way. Like, you can just
Is
take
there? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think if you Google
Oh
like
my
Pokemon
goodness.
Fusion or something like that,
That's so funny.
you could do Gyarados and Sharpedo, and it would come up with something like this, or Gyarados and Melodic.
That's so funny, Jeff. Oh my goodness. There's got to be so many different ways to do that.
That's so crazy.
You just hire somebody on Fiverr. Hey, can you remix Gyarados for me?
Yeah. This is what is this guy? This is
I love that you're
Dreadnought.
here with
This is
your Poké
Dread.
knowledge.
This is Dreadnought. This is I'm drawing a blank on this one because I didn't play X and Y, but this is the poison looking
You will be cited in the lawsuit.
Dragon.
By the way, Jeff.
Yeah, this looks like Staraptor in the background. This is ridiculous. What the fuck?
Oh.
This is Drillbur
Jeff.
crossed with who's the comment all the corrections to the Pokemon I forget below, by the way. Definitely not engagement farming with that. I want to be corrected. But I don't remember. There's like an otter in Gen 4. There's an otter in Gen 4 that looks like this.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It's the first Pokemon that learned Aqua Jet, or one of the first. That's fucking crazy.
I don't remember the name.
What is that? What the fuck?
That's Pegasus plus Articuno.
Well, we've had a Pegasus legendary, like Spectrier.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I've been out of the loop a little while.
Actually,
Oops.
we've had a unicorn mythical as well. It could have been that plus Articuno. Yeah, it is. It is definitely combinations of things. I think. Like this looks like Piplup, and then this looks like these look like Mario characters almost, man.
It's not. Can you catch them all, Jeff?
This looks like
can you? It's can you spot all the Pokemon they ripped off?
That's what this video is now. That's fucking Ninetales right there. That's a fucking Ninetales.
Can you steal them all? Going to jail.
That's trans Ninetales. Oh my god.
Trans Ninetales.
They just all look like things that I've seen before.
And that is Death Mountain.
Oh, you're right. From Zelda. Oh, you're right.
You know, steal from the best, I guess.
Wait.
This world looks so much better than the glitch, like nasty, low res soup that is Scarlet and Violet.
All right, Breath of the Wild vibes, but we replace like the floating castle in the Death Mountain in the background with an Erd tree from Elden Ring.
The Erd tree, you're right. It is the Erd tree. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and look at this. Look at this. This is straight Elden Ring right here. Yeah, maybe
you're right. You're absolutely right.
And then over here, this is
Elden
Breath of
Ring.
the Wild with the tower. This is Breath of the Wild.
Oh, that's so funny. That's
Look
so
at it.
funny.
Look, the tower on
Holy shit.
the fucking Breath of the Wild.
Oh my god, you're right.
It's just every game. It's every game.
It's a giant mosh pit of all these Nintendo franchises.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh.
That was like Ursa, like a yellow electric Ursa. I forget his name. It's been a while.
Ursa
Bear with
Luna
me.
or Ursaring.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
This I don't even know what to put. Oh, there's like
Oh.
Zebstrika crossed with that lion
Kinda
fire
cool.
Pokemon.
I mean, they're doing a pretty good job ripping these guys off. You know, the designs are not bad. There have been. I'm kind of out of the loop with this, but I do think there have been other attempts to like kind of ape Pokemon that just have failed.
I talked to Ethan about it, our Gaijin Hideout superfan Ethan, and he's a big Pokemon fan. All the Fakemon games is what they're called.
Fakemon, okay,
yeah,
that's a good name.
They all fall flat in terms of character design. So that
Right.
is actually kind of the big innovation, if you want to call it that, with this game.
To
is
just
that,
steal from Nintendo blatantly.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Like if it ain't broke, just steal it. You know.
If it ain't broke, you better steal it.
Yeah. Or just
It's inspired,
It's
Jeff.
inspired.
It's legally distinct. Okay?
Artist theft. That's what Pablo Picasso said. Okay, so like, just take it
Exactly.
as a
And he
compliment.
died.
And he did die. As point against him, he did die. Speaking of dying, you could just shoot the Pokemon. This is a.
I love that.
This is a
Who
Cinder-
hasn't wanted to unload a magazine into Pikachu, Jeff?
Oh my God! Yeah, that's a great point. Who's the Pikachu in this game? I gotta know. But this,
Maybe. Well, Jeff, maybe that's the line. Maybe they drew the line at ripping Pikachu off.
by the way, that's just a green Cinderace. Like that's a. We're gonna get to all these. I'm gonna stop commenting on them, but
This is amazing.
It's insane. That's Giratina. That's Mecha Giratina. That was Chimecho with arms. That was. Do you remember
Oh
this?
my God.
Do you remember this useless ass Pokemon from Ruby and Sapphire? Let me go back.
Which one?
All right, forget the arms. It's just like a floating psychic chime Pokemon. Remember Chimecho?
I'm blanking on that one. You're gonna have
Oh
to
my gosh.
load up an image. Can you load up a picture real quick? Show me.
Yeah, I can do that.
Why not? Yeah.
Chimecho.
Let's identify the source. Jeff.
Oh, am I saying it
Oh.
wrong? No, I'm saying it
Oh.
wrong. Hold on. What is it?
Is this?
What is Ching? Isn't one of them called Chingling Pokemon? I was just making sure I wasn't being racist or something unintentionally.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Okay, this was no, but what did it evolve into? Chimecho.
Oh.
Sorry, I was saying it wrong.
Oh, I remember this guy.
Chimecho.
Okay.
See this guy?
So that's what you're talking
this
about.
guy?
Yeah.
That's just this guy, but without arms.
But he's legally distinct, Jeff. He has arms.
yeah.
No soup.
You're right. What was I thinking? Oh my goodness! Look at all this. So is it? So okay. So the gameplay,
Even the music has like Pokemon vibes. How advanced is the AI music stuff? I'm not sure about that.
I have no clue, but it sounds just exactly like Scarlet and Violet
does sound
soundtrack.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Jeff.
I'm sure it's advanced.
So
Listen,
got-
everyone's mostly familiar with the AI tools that are free. We're not talking about like companies that have gotten like investor funding
That's
or
a
stuff
great
like that,
fucking
and they're
point, yeah.
buying like paid tools. There's paid tools out there that are really good, and then there's paid tools
Yeah.
that are really good, are even better, that people don't have access to unless you know the other company or you have a partnership with them. Like, there's like the stuff that's public is not the end all be all at all. That's like the trash that they're testing on the riffraff.
Basic bitch of AI there, yeah.
Yeah, so theoretically it could be. It could be. But
It's so fascinating to see this, man.
so it's
Holy
just
shit.
they just mashed all the gameplay elements together. Like you're just running around with your gun. Yeah, obviously you can fire at will, but you can also throw Pokemon at will, it looks like.
I like it though. That's the thing, is like, even though it is a hilarious, it's, we're gonna see this end in court. That's gonna be the real gameplay. It's all gonna take place in the legalese field. But it looks fun, man. It looks like kind of compelling.
Pokemon's called Bushi. It's like Bushido, and he's like a samurai. That's cool. That's pretty original, I think. Well, there's that.
I'm not sure.
It's original enough. I'll just say that it's original enough. I know there's someone I could compare it to, but that's fine.
Somebody will disagree with you, Jeff.
Oh my goodness! There's flashing by so fast I can't even like make all the comparisons. But also, this looks like Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh, we've got the fucking paraglider from Zelda.
Oh my God, we have the paraglider from Zelda. What the hell is that? Wait a minute. Wait.
Shameless, Jeff.
It's all the things.
It finally is all the things. You're right.
It really is all the things. I'm in awe. That's Egyptian Lucario.
That's Lucario. What'd you say? What? Excuse me?
Egyptian.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
No, it's Egyptian Lucario. Look. It's like, oh my God.
That is Lucario. That is absolutely Lucario. Those ears, you're right.
Oh my God. What is... that's like an upright standing...
That's just Satan.
Stantler? I don't know. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Okay, also the PALs have guns. And the PALs are guns.
What? Oh, that's right. We saw them like making them and holding one earlier.
That's the other side of this. See, he's like...
It looks good. The graphics look good. The gameplay looks fun.
It does. Okay, so you're a mount. You're attacking with the mount. Look, this is just a PAL. This is a PAL, and he's got rocket launcher on him.
Nintendo, you did this to yourselves, okay? You're like, if you had kept up and kept your game current, this wouldn't have happened.
Well, you know what this might do? This might just capture all the adults that like Pokemon. And Nintendo can have the kids, Yeah. Maybe that's what it does.
I don't know. Kids like guns too, Jeff. We'll see.
That's true. That's fucking Garchomp, dude.
That is Garchomp. Come on.
What the hell? Bro. Electric Garchomp? That's interesting.
You guys, again.
Whoa.
There's going to be so much juice that comes from this moment, Jeff.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, here's the base building stuff.
Oh,
this is fun. I love base building.
Oh, this is cute.
This is cool. I like this. Now, how far does this go, I wonder?
Looks like it's scaling up pretty huge. This looks like
concentration camps.
This looks like Ark Survival of Pokemon concentration. It does. Look, you've got like an army escorting the prisoners in. What is going on here? You see this?
You see all that barbed wire? That's not to keep them out.
That's to keep them in. Oh my God.
These guns aren't going to make themselves.
Oh, and a little character customizer. It's immediately more robust than the one in Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's where they...
Well, it's a low bar, Jeff.
Yeah.
But can I do a picnic?
Nope. Okay, the girls are cuter,
Well, that's debatable.
Are you sure?
They do have good character design.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Pokemon's got good character design still.
All right.
Garchomp again. That's cool.
Dude.
That's looking like Nier right there.
That is. Oh, and here's the best part. It's like You can all play together with your friends. It's
awesome.
Of course, it's
That's
all multiplayer.
Awesome. Now, do you think it'll be, some massive jank a la Nintendo when you're online?
No, because it's like not that hard to do multiplayer now. I guess.
Well, not for Nintendo.
Apparently it's not. If you make it on PC, where
I'm not gonna have to pay a monthly subscription to do basic multiplayer shit.
No, don't think so.
That's so nice.
This is the grass starter, the ninja owl. I forget his name.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
We've got like Venusaur across with somebody else over there.
Yeah. He has a Gatling gun?
What a just bizarre moment in history. Oh no.
What is happening?
Oh no.
That was just literally Lucario noise. I don't know. It's
Oh my
like
god.
from Smash Bros.
I just
or
want them to
something.
add gore now. You can poke a dismemberment.
That was Samurai as a horse. Oh my god, Jesse.
Holy
fuck. My fuck, dude. This is absolutely like, on the one hand it looks crazy and awesome and fun. On the other hand, it looks like it could be like the biggest knockoff pile of dog shit. But
I don't. I mean, it's got a lot of people playing it on Steam, Jeff.
People are playing it. People are playing it a lot. So I guess it's good.
It's scratching an itch that we've all had for the longest time, which is people giving a shit about these Pokemon collecting games. These monster collecting games, like
and giving a shit in a way that like is outside of how like Pokemon fans think about giving a shit. Because giving a shit for Pokemon, if you play Pokemon, is like, well, can they remake like the good games, the old games?
Yeah.
And but like really, like there's no drastic reforms to the genre besides Legends Arceus.
I know, and like even though it is a blatant, shameless ripoff that is, we're going to see this in court for. That's going to be fascinating on its own to watch all the legal stuff.
We're going to have to cover. We're going to have to react.
We
to
have
the court
to. We have
cases.
to. Yeah, I would love. Oh, that'd be so fascinating, man.
I'd get some popcorn. Oh man.
Oh my goodness. But like even despite that, it's just like thank you, and either maybe we get other people taking a swing at this who aren't just going to blatantly rip off all the Pokemon designs and end up in tied up in court. But there's clearly a market for this, and I want to see more games like this, or at least this game do well, or maybe Game Freak give a shit. But this is an itch that needs to be scratched, man. And I'm so glad to see
who would benefit just so much, like an unquantifiable amount, from just ripping this game off?
Yeah, I don't know. Tell me.
Digimon. The final comeback, the true comeback. The underdog is always getting its ass kicked by Pokemon, even though a lot of their mons are kind of cool.
You're right.
It would be Digimon. If they just made the digital world, digital world's open world, baby. Like,
the digital world is open.
And half their mons already have guns on them. There's a Digimon that is a dragon made out of guns. I found that the other day.
Okay, well that's a Digimon deep cut right there. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they could do that. They could do Digimon people. If you're watching, get on it. Partner with these guys. Let's get some competition in the Pokémon space.
Please.
So that was the latest trailer. So I wanted to go through a thread with you, maybe, of inspiration versus plagiarism.
Inspiration, legally distinct inspiration.
So this guy's giving his opinions as someone who made Monster Tamer designs, a majority of her personality.
As a random person on the internet?
Yeah, as a random person on the internet, which is awesome. But
it's all the
she also thoughtfully collected all of the mons, or a lot of the mons. So this is Cinderace. This is the one that we saw. Okay, like, are you kidding me with this? Can I
It's so blatant.
Open this.
It's so blatant.
It's like crazy, man.
Oh my god.
Okay, now this one is insane. This is one I saw. So this is Galarian Meowth. This is from Generation 8 Sword and Shield. This is a region-specific Meowth you could get.
Okay.
And it evolves into like a different kind of Persian, like a divergent evolution.
I got you, yeah.
If you'll notice, you'll look closely, they kind of just like took the exact same asset and pasted it on a different model's face. I don't know if you can tell that from
it really does look like that.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they didn't do that, it's so clear that, like, it feels like if you've ever cheated on a paper or whatever, you just straight up, let's say, for example, you're the president of Harvard and you've ever, but yeah. So I don't know. It just feels they're drawn pretty deeply here.
It's a lot. It's pretty deep, but you know what? It's not our problem. So, all right.
No, it is not. Oh my God.
So we got, 4 different monsters from different franchises that share the same inspiration. Oh, this is they're trying to make the case that this is bad or whatever.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say whether or not it's bad, because I just want a fun game at the end of the day.
Oh, my bad. This is I was hoping for more. Let me see. Palworld Pokemon. Oh, there we go. Power Pokemon on top. I went through the entire list, 111 list of pals in Palworld to see what seems like a Pokemon ripoff compared to not, because I've seen a lot of people talk about it, but no full comprehensive list. Here's what I found out. It's a lot. Cecilia Faye, thank you. This is what
okay. All right, here we go. This is what we wanted.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, here was this. I guess this one's the most egregious because it's these two.
Very, very egregious. Yeah, that.
Okay. Here's.
It is so blatant. I recognize that one too.
Superior. If that's from Black and White. This is. I wouldn't have thought of it that way, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that one's a little better hidden. I feel like somebody noticed it, not me though.
Well, it looks like. I guess Mega Aggron, but you could also make the case that it's like the who was the Pokemon Black Legendary?
They're combining them. They're definitely
they are like combining them. This guy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
This guy, Zekrom.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about like the ethics, the morality behind this. Especially when the Pokemon franchise and company, whatever, have been just abusing their fans for like so long now. I don't feel that bad for them. I mean, it sucks that the artists, I guess, but they already got paid, right? Like, I don't know.
I think copyright is a cancer on all art, and I think it's I think it should be a free for all. I'm so
America, brother. You can steal it, is yours.
Not even. No, America's the worst at it. America's like, oy vey, you broke my copyright. I have to take down your video or your
Straight to jail with you, buddy.
Your video upload. Welcome to America. And it's like, fuck you. Rip it off. I don't care. I don't care.
Home of the brave.
It is land of the lawsuit. It's stupid. So I personally, I'm like, I think it's funny that they're like inviting a lawsuit, but I don't give a I don't care.
If it was some small indie studio that had poured all their life savings and just years and years of work, and they got their designs ripped off, I'd feel a little worse. But I mean, this is Game Freak. Like, they've just been putting out slop for so long now. I kind of don't feel bad for them.
Yeah. Also, that happens. They just get bought out by the big company, and then they close the company down, and they make the owners work for them. So,
there you go.
It's like, what's the high ground that we're standing on here? I don't really, see it, but Giratina face. That one's pretty well hidden.
That one's a little. That one to me is a little distinct.
Yeah, that's fine. That one's fine.
I'm okay with that one.
Garchomp's
that is a blatant Garchomp. I'm sorry.
But it reminds me of Toxicity. So this is Toxicity. This is from Sword and Shield.
Oh. Yeah.
This is Garchomp. And then you put them together.
I wish I knew more about the law and in terms of what's allowable. Like how much do you have to change something for it to be distinct,
Maybe they found a loophole.
I don't know.
Silvally. So Silvally is from, I don't remember where it's from originally, but it was in Sword and Shield, but I think it's from.
Is this guy legendary? I'm not. I'm not familiar with this one.
Yeah, it like transforms into this. I don't think it evolves, but like it starts as this. It's like a hybrid Pokemon.
It's fascinating.
Like it's
This
a
is
DNA
so fascinating,
experiment.
Jeff.
And then this is what it looks like. That's fine. Listen, this thing was modeled off of Griffins, and this is more of a Griffin. I think that's fine.
You know what? Yeah,
it's whatever.
I agree.
Sobble's fun. This is like Sobble plus Clodsire.
Oh yeah, I was trying to think of the name Clodsire. You're right.
Shaman. Yeah, that's kind
It's
of
literally.
Shaman.
It's kind of an electric hedgehog too.
Oh my god.
A little bit of Sonic there.
A little bit of Braixen.
Oh yeah.
Going on. Yeah, this is Wooloo. This is what I blurted out about.
I wonder if somebody can like dig into the code and find an actual like real similarity between the models. You know what I mean? That would be fascinating. Like, did they just take the models?
Did they copy the code?
Did they just like literally take the? I don't know what you call. I'm not a fucking. I don't know anything about this, but did they literally just take like the wireframe design or whatever they call it?
Did
and,
they
like, just start?
Did they decompile the code and find the assets and copy it?
Yeah,
or
something like that. Just
in
literally
there.
tweak it. Somebody's got to dig into this whole thing and figure that out. Okay, Jeff.
Yeah. So this is shiny. We have this shiny. You remember? The
I
shiny
know. Yeah.
That's fucking
Oh my
awesome.
goodness. That's so.
That's so awesome.
Balls.
I wish
The
I had balls
balls.
like this. Gigantamax Eevee.
Sue me, bitch. I don't even care. I got $10 billion.
This is in Sword and Shield. You could Gigantamax certain Pokemon where they would not only get big like a Dynamax, they would get huge, fill a stadium, but they would also transform a bit. So this was Gigantamax Eevee, and then that's.
That's There you go.
Like it. Okay. All right.
Oh man.
Natu's theme and animal.
Oh, I love this Pokemon.
Lasoda
Well,
model.
maybe not the new design, but Natu, he's a cool one. Yeah.
Yeah. Tinkaton, specifically the hair things. Whatever.
Yeah.
Electabuzz, but also
a slightly
Totoro.
uglier version.
Oh, it's Totoro. That's what people are comparing it
Oh.
to.
Yeah,
That's
like
the
My Neighbor
Studio
Totoro.
Ghibli? Oh my God, it is. Oh my God, Jesse.
Steal from the best, Jeff.
Steal like an artist, man.
Oh man.
Flaffy.
It looks like a grown-up version. Yeah.
Let's-
I mean, you can see like a lot of these new versions. They feel like kind of like bargain bin.
Little
Not as cute, not as cool.
Yeah.
But they're close enough to where they're still kind of like cute.
So they're saying this is Meganium plus Lilligant plus Goodra. So this is the grass starter from Silver and Gold. This is
remember.
from Black and White, and this is from X and Y, I believe. So Decidui, I forgot the name. This one is super blatant IMO. Look at this. Look at this.
That is very, very blatant. It's even got the same fucking bow. I mean, what are the odds? What are the odds that the guy he looks exactly like him also uses a fucking like bow as a weapon?
I don't know. Very similar model and stance to Furret. Whatever.
That seems a little distinct to me. I don't know.
Lilligant and Gardevoir. You see, they really are fusing them. See, like Lilligant, Gardevoir.
Yeah, they absolutely are.
And then you get
Maybe that's what they did. Maybe that was their process when they were using these AI. If they were using these AI models, yeah.
Latios, obviously, we saw this.
Yeah, we saw that immediately.
That was crazy. That was crazy. What a thing to lead with in the trailer, by the way.
Pokemon has some good fucking designs, though, man.
They do.
I gotta say.
Esper, yeah, because you see how they failed with this one compared to this one.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen too many that are like
Meowstic.
just way better.
Yeah,
that one's kind of cool though. I kind of like the Dream version. I kind of
This
like
is
that
more
one.
like this is more like a whimsical JRPG. Like it could be a Ni no Kuni or something like that.
I think I like that one more than the Source.
Yeah, Oh, this is what this was like.
A Suicune?
Suicuno.
No, because Articuno's also got that 3-pronged thing on its head.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look up the picture for Articuno, here I'll do it.
All right.
Let me see, because I'm a Articuno.
Oh, there's
Articuno super fan.
There's 2 Lucario ripoffs, by the way.
Oh, really?
Accusations.
Yeah, Articuno's got that.
So
I think that's more Articuno.
So here's this one. Lucario.
Okay.
Lucario on all fours.
Version.
The dog version. And then this is the Egyptian one.
Turned some furry on when you said that.
Oh, no. This one has hands.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have paws, it has hands. How are you going to sue over that? They've got hands. Come on.
It's different. It's legally distinct. Okay?
Xerneas. This is the one I was thinking of. Cobalion. This is very close. Yeah.
Blatant.
And I think that's mostly. I mean, it goes on. It goes on, but you get the idea.
We could do this all day. Yeah, we could do this all fucking day.
Yeah. So.
And you know what? I think this is going to be in the news cycle long enough to where everybody's going to see all this shit at some point. You know, because this has got to go to court. There's no. I mean, just imagine you're Nintendo. You're not going to take this lying down. No.
I don't know. Like, Steam is very like. They're like they do not intervene on this stuff at all. Like, insofar as they are legally obligated to, they will. But what most people don't know is most platforms are doing more than they're legally obligated to do when they're moderating anything that's on their stuff. As like a platform, at least for gaming, there's not a lot you have to do. And I think they even have policies now that it's on you. Like, if you have copyright violations, if you have stuff, like, it's on you. And that's what a platform is by definition, is it's like, if I load up the
Gaijin Hideout game, yeah.
Yeah, if I load up Visual Studio, like Microsoft makes a development tool called Visual Studio, and I load that up and I use that to write code to like hack a bank or like steal someone's copyright stuff and post it online, and I use that for crime. It's not on me, or it's not on them. It's on me that I'm doing the crime. It's passed through the platform. Yeah. So I think that's what Steam's going to stand by, even though it's very blatant. But it might get them some heat. But then, assuming they did that, then this would just go straight to the Palworld guys, and we'd go to court or something.
Oh, it's going to be so fascinating. They're going to get sued in every country.
Or maybe they just take it down and they make enough money and they get away with it or something.
Maybe this is the great Poke heist.
What if it's this? They make millions of dollars. This is
hundreds of millions of dollars,
endless, buddy. Dude. Hundreds of millions of dollars. They've already made like $26+ million. And they hire lawyers to stall the lawsuit. And then
that's great. That's a great point.
They transfer, spend. I know there's a way to do it because I'm from Florida, so the only businesses that we're aware of here are like scam businesses. There's like tax scams, lawsuit scam businesses, and they spend it all and they just get some of it back in tax returns. They dump the money somehow and they get it back in in their taxes. Man. That's a thing. That's a thing people do. That's like a real, it's a pretend company, pretend product, harvest a ton of money somehow, or transfer in a ton of money, and get it all into, spend it in a legitimate way, and then it all comes back on a tax return that is like outside the jurisdiction of a lawsuit someone's going through. Maybe you have a friend do this, there's all kinds of like legal shit. I just want to
not legal advice, by the way.
Not legal advice. I happen to have seen scams before, up close. So, it is what it is. Scams exist. I've seen them. So like it could be done. It's just really. Also not an expert opinion. I don't know if any of that's actually
what's going to happen.
Possible.
I need to know.
But I need to know. My mind is racing with possibilities.
This is great.
All right, so I want to move on. There's this fun little article. Some people aren't taking the Palworld so great. So Palworld could be a delight if it wasn't so invested in being awful. Shockingly, animal cruelty doesn't make for a fulfilling experience.
Why is it somehow like it's okay for me to shoot other humans in the face, game after game, dismember humans, tear them apart, do all kinds of heinous shit, but an imaginary creature that barely looks like an animal you can recognize is somehow like totally off the table? I don't know.
Only men, though. We don't do that.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot.
Only men. But
important exception.
Yeah,
but fuck that.
Well, do you want to see what the author looks like? This is just before we get into it. Do you just want to see? Well, it's just like a fun fact.
I can probably guess their hair color. I don't know. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, you're simping.
So
You're
this is
simping.
just no comment, but just providing more
Like that.
context
I
for
like
the
that.
viewer.
Yeah, no, that's important context.
I was morally obligated to keep an eye on Palworld.
Shut up.
I've been
Shut
playing.
up.
I've been playing. I just want to give you guys just an idea of how much hype this thing is generated in every different way by like breaking every different, somebody somewhere's rule, or something,
It's gonna cross a line, and it's everybody's.
I've been playing Pokemon on and off for 4/5 of my time on this earth. I'm a card-carrying Dwarf Fortress weirdo. Oh, this is you, dude.
I love Dwarf Fortress.
This is your guy. This is your guy,
Fuck
man.
this guy. No, he's not my club. He's out.
Which Palworld's
he only played the Steam version. He doesn't count.
Okay, Dwarf Fortress Weirdo, which Palworld's lead dev has cited as his favorite game. Oh, Jesse.
It's a good game, Jeff. Dwarf Fortress is a good game. It's a fun game.
Okay, well there you go. That's good
Collection of
news.
freaks
That's
play
good
this
news
game,
for us.
apparently, myself included.
Ignoring Palworld would have been a dereliction of my professional duty. PC gamer
You don't
duty.
say.
Now I've spent a dozen hours with it, emerging this week into early access. I can comfortably say that duty might have been fine to leave derelict. Palworld is lucky to be arriving in a world where the Switch's proper Pokemon games are as rough as they've ever been, with the open world of Scarlet and Violet visibly tearing itself apart at the seams.
I mean, he's not wrong. So
that.
far, he likes Dwarf Fortress.
He's not wrong about that.
Violet.
The only thing I'll say about Scarlet and Violet is that game is still fun to play. Like it is fun to there is a loop in there that is fun.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, it is fun to play, and that'll be just the make or
Black
break.
magic.
You can have ugly ass looking games and they're fun to play, and if they're beautiful and it's like a Unity game, it's like I don't know, but we'll see. Palworld might have me soaring over a generic Unreal 5 landscape on the back of a knockoff Charizard. But for a brief moment, it's a glimpse at what an open world Pokemon could be, one that isn't flickering in and out of existence whenever you're arrogant enough to move. I'm a creatures guy. If a game's letting me loose to collect little freaks, I'm content. But once I've landed to add one of Palworld's creatures to my base building roster, I'll remember what game I'm actually playing. Because it'll toot out a little triumphant jingle as it informs me that my new friend has the work slave passive skill.
This is a good thing.
Fucking go,
This is a good
Jesse.
thing.
Oh my god.
How does he like Dwarf Fortress, where dwarves are horribly mangled and eaten by eldritch abominations, and he's not okay with work slave?
I don't know. Your move, PC gamer guy. Let me put it this way. Watching the first Palworld trailer was like seeing a picture of Bugs Bunny. All right, I don't need any more fucking analogies, dude. We get it.
Just get to the point. Get to the meat.
We get it. You write online.
Stop showing off that creative writing degree. No one cares.
Yeah. It's overcommitting to the bit, except the bit in this case is abusive labor conditions and animal cruelty. That's awesome. That's
I am
that's
okay
great.
with
Who's
that.
doing
There's
that? Nobody's doing that right now. We can have
That's
one.
a great point. What else? What other game can you abuse? Well, probably a lot of them now that I think about it.
No, none of them. It's always the edgy joke in Pokemon is and that they even explored it in one of their in Black and White. It was the evil team was I'm trying to set the Pokemon free because you're enslaving them. It's
I know you're kind of playing as the evil team in this game. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, is Palworld just Pokemon with guns? It's certainly doing. All right, I don't need any of that. Gameplay wise, though, Pokemon Gun version doesn't actually have that
gun
many
version
Pokemon with guns. For the most part, it's a pretty standard base building survival game, except of course that I've got a team of pals to assist me. Palworld plays best at the back. What is the? Get to the rage bait. I added this in for blatant rage bait.
It was bait, Jeff. It was all bait, apparently.
I can't seem I'm particularly disappointed by the lack of. Okay, so it's more base building. It's more it's less of Fortnite, more like Lego Fortnite. That's kind of a hint. That's the comparison I've heard made. So I can't say I'm particularly disappointed about the lack of more gun-toting pals, but Palworld seems self-conscious about it.
I mean, you kind of have to be.
In my dozen hours with it's Pokemon with guns. Of course, they're going to be self-conscious about. They got to address. They got to hit that nail head on.
Head on.
In my dozen hours with Palworld, it felt like it was struggling to fulfill a shock humor quota that its marketing set and ended. Well, again, who else is doing that? What other marketing departments got a shock humor quota? I'm fine with that hypothetical. And ended up weighing down the pieces that could otherwise be built into a better game. Advancing my base requires the supernatural talents of my pals and finding new types of... Okay. If I want to grow crops while I'm out gathering ore, I'll need a grass-type pal to plant seeds. I could use my big green dinosaur with the best planting skill, but eats a lot of food and can't join in on any other task. He's just like describing a game he's having fun with right now.
That's what it kind of sounds like to me, aside from any sort of moral, stick he's got up his ass.
Palworld isn't really asking what if Pokemon had guns. Palworld is asking what if you could mangle Pokemon beneath the inevitable crushing weight of industry. Okay, like actual Pokemon.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, but like
I'm fine with that.
Are we gonna sit here and pretend like the actual Pokemon games are not doing that with all the mobile game shit that they like added into the last two entry games? Like everyone was fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah, you grind them up into like space dust for your other
We're doing
Pokemon
raid.
to snort.
They're called raid battles now. We're doing raids.
What about the poor Pokemon in your boxes that just live in like a fucking a 3x3 prison cell the rest of their lives? I mean, there's a lot. If you think about it for more than 5 seconds, there's a lot of fucked up shit in these games.
Yeah, some Pokemon are just dead. They're like dead Pokemon, and you caught their soul.
Yeah.
You caught their soul, and they're in their ball
You're my
forever.
slave now.
And that's
you wanted freedom. Sorry.
Yeah. It's not tongue in cheek. It's mid 2000s Newgrounds edgelord. I'll take it.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll take it.
I don't know.
I'll
don't
take
know about that, buddy.
It's cleaner. It's coal. It may be coal, but it's cleaner coal than what you guys have got to offer. What everybody else has got to offer. Across the board, Palworld is slanted towards getting me to abuse my pals. Okay, all my production.
What
tasks,
are pals? I mean, look at our relationship, Jeff.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's true. I abuse Jesse for YouTube Shorts. that's what I do. That was my whole. It's a 20-year friendship has all been building to free content.
Slavery.
Work for me, slave. All my production tasks back at. That's okay. Jesse abuses me for making fun of me. This is just roasts.
It's payback.
It's payback.
Filthy payback.
It's mutual exchange. It's mutual. There's markets and the free market. You got it. Yeah.
All right, moving on.
All my production tasks back at the base take a while. Whether I and my pals are making arrows. As pals work, their sanity decreases. Already a bad sign. Wait,
dude, I am the more he's describing how horrible it is, I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. Isn't that
a good thing? Like, don't you have to manage
sanity?
You have to manage their sanity. You manage their mental health. Keeping them fed and happy when they're working is a delicate balance of lengthy production times. You're the bad guy here. You're complaining that keeping these guys sane is cutting down your production time. That's what this guy just did here. And because I only have so many pals working at once, the pace of progression is pretty glacial. Yeah. Like, what's the complaint there? Oh, you can abuse them if you're greedy? Okay, don't be greedy then. And you won't abuse them, right?
Yeah.
Enter the monitor. I mean, I'm gonna abuse the. They're not real. I'm gonna abuse the fuck out of them. But enter the monitoring stand, a building where I can increase my pals' work rate from normal to cruel.
Oh my god, to cruel,
or even brutal. Forcing them to work
so
faster
funny.
increases their sanity depletion until it's untenable, increasing their chance of.
Did they go insane and just like shoot
they'll
up their
get
workplace?
Depressed. They'll get ulcers.
They'll get ulcers.
They'll
and
get fractures.
What?
I could heal those injuries with medicine, but that would require me to divert PAL slots to medicine production, adding another pressure to work the remaining PALs harder.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh
this
my
is the
goodness.
this is the funniest game ever. You know why? Is because all like people that think like this, they do play games where this whole gameplay loop is handed to them on a silver platter of like, I'll set this thing up and it'll do this thing, and I'll set this thing up and it'll do this thing over and over and over and over and over again. But that all comes from real life. Like the building, the crafting, that comes from assembly line production. And in real life, you have intangible costs like your workers getting
Ford says
depressed. Huh? Yeah, exactly. So it's like, maybe if you're worried, for someone who's worried about like, it's just kind of rich for someone who's like worried about like, I don't know what it's going to be like. Oh, it's encouraging you to do this. It's like, I think you've been groomed to do this by like games that didn't think out the gameplay loop as much. I kind of like that they're like,
at the end of the day,
how
Jeff,
like in every game you just set up your workers and they can work 24/7 and make you shit. In this one, they're
I
gonna
mean,
die.
he loves Dwarf Fortress, but he's bitching about this. In Dwarf Fortress, your dwarves can do the same thing. Like they can go insane and cause a death spiral and bring down your whole fortress. Like they can get depressed, and they do. And you're supposed to work them, to get your fortress going. So I don't know.
Did you work him to death, or did you like heal him and stuff like that?
Oh, in Dwarf Fortress,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? Bodies are cheap, Jeff. It's fine.
Okay. Maybe that's okay. The crafting survival power is only interesting when it's driving me to make decisions on how I deploy my pals. But instead of doubling down on what sets it apart, Palworld draws out its progression just so I could terrorize my pals for a shortcut. It's just like real life, man. It's just like real life. Maybe that's funny for somebody. I don't know, man. I aged out of shock humor a decade or two ago. All right, dude.
He's so mature, Jeff.
so
It's not like
mature.
you. You're a little baby.
I got news for you, pal. This is like one of 3 kinds of humor that's funny. Everything else sucks. All right. And I'm not convinced it's enough to sustain a game once the influencer attention shifts elsewhere. Well, what else?
Now that could be possible. Like I don't know. I haven't played this game. Maybe it's a stupid fucking. But a lot of people are playing it right now. So that tells me, if not sustainability, there is something there.
Yeah. So I think we've read enough of this, but you get the idea. It's kind of that was the end. When the game's default trickle of resource rates means the fastest way for me. So he got all of this out of the resource rates. That's the whole article.
I don't know.
I don't think it continues.
Yeah,
does
I don't
it?
know. It's a weird place to end.
That's a weird place to start. I thought it was going to be a lot worse because you could just shoot like cute things, in it, like cute animals.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be the issue, but all right. Well,
Whatever. Bye.
that's just funny that someone's thinking about it like that. I just found that really interesting.
Well, I mean, again, that's another kind of artifact of how popular this game is. Like that we're now getting into the pedosphere or whatever.
Yeah. Not only are they stealing the hardworking
Video
artists.
games are evil, Jeffrey.
Not only are they
Destroying the youth.
Not only are they stealing from the hardworking artists over at Game Freak, who copy pasted from their last 7 games, but they're also
That's a great point.
They're also working animals into the dirt, and I don't like to have that aspect of the mechanic exposed to me. I like to pretend like people can work 24/7 around the clock or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Anyway. So all of this is building to, is this actually good? Is it going to be good or something like that?
That's the real question. Is it fun, Jeff?
so
Because at the end of the day, whether you can abuse your animals or not, whether they stole blatantly from Nintendo or not, and we see it played out in court over the next year or so, or many years even, is the game fun?
And so I found this review by Arex Gaming, and it's got almost 400,000 views in 4 days. So I'm good with it. We'll see what he says. So let's give it a shot. Should I bump the audio up on this one, or it was fine, right? I think we're good.
I think it was fine.
All right. I got subs here.
Crazy clips or
Got
trailers
subtitles.
out there for Palworld, a vibrant-looking open-world survival game, but with creature collecting, base building, battling, production lines of pals
I
manufactured.
can't get over this shot. I can't get over
That
this
is so
shot.
funny, and I love how depressed they look too. That actually excites me.
This might
Because
make
it's new. It's not just like, I don't just want to play the same fucking game until I'm cold and buried. I like new things, Preferably,
Yeah.
I like new things that are fun, and I'm fine to experiment. I've never in my wildest fantasies thought of enslaving my Pokemon in like a Ford truck assembly line like this.
It is because it's new. Just to be clear, it's not just because it's shocking. Because I think in what's a new sandbox game like Spider-Man 2, like Spider-Man Homecoming, I think you can just beat up random people, right? But nobody's excited about that anymore because GTA did that like 20 years ago.
Forever ago,
So nobody's like excited when there's like a cruel mechanic that already existed. It's a new mechanic, and they're like, it's kind of like, I can't believe you thought of that.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, that's different.
See if this is fun.
So
Gets my attention.
Yeah, it got my attention for sure. This might be my banner, man. I got to make this my Twitter banner or something.
Of course, the weapons.
Welcome to the
It's no
hideout.
surprise the game is sort of being memed on as Pokemon, but with guns in various comments out there.
I do
online,
like that
but,
design,
well,
that one on the
it
right
really
we just saw.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
Or at least not just that. And a big thanks to Pocket Pair for providing us with an early copy of the game, so I've managed to play it, sink
Giant
my teeth
pair.
into it, and get an understanding of what it's about, so I can share my impressions of the game with you guys. I'm gonna try and be fair and honest with my opinion on the game as a standalone thing, rather than comparing it directly to something like Pokemon, because as you'll find out soon enough, it really
love how
is
he has
something else
a
entirely.
vaguely
I'll start things off with
British
my honest
accent.
performance,
Yeah.
because this can be a massive deal breaker for me, and I'm sure many of you guys, especially with it being early access.
Actually, yeah,
Honestly,
that's good because
Jeff, have you ever played Ark? Because I think I read I read somewhere somebody comparing this game to Ark.
You know what? I have
Ark Survival.
I have Ark. I never played it. I'll probably play
Okay.
it sometime this week just to get a feel for it, and then so I can tell
okay.
if it's the same. But some of the
gotcha.
stuff I've seen looks like Ark, like the base where the part where the giant gate on the base opened up and the pals were walking in with the other people with guns. That reminded me of Ark. Like you can
Okay, yeah, I've never played it either, so I was just curious.
you can like capture and tame like giant prehistoric whatever's bigger
that's
than a
cool.
T-Rex like kind of stuff. It's pretty
Godzilla, that's it.
Yeah, basically. So
This is one of those rare games that while it is in early access, it runs extremely smoothly, with my experience having
It looks
none or
smooth.
very little performance issues.
Oh,
Now, I
okay.
do have a
Well, that's
very
good.
high-end PC with an RTX 4080.
hey,
but
so do I. Sweet.
I get a
Okay, all
consistent
right, we'll show off.
120 FPS
Well, it's good. I mean, if I could stream it with 120 FPS, we'll see with OBS. But
while exploring,
cool.
and the
Yeah,
biggest
it's always
drop
a
that I've had
mystery.
so far
Just
was
beat
down
that chicken to
around
death.
he really did, didn't he?
20
Brutal.
FPS while exploring, and the
pain-
biggest
the
drop
pain
that
in
I've
his
had
eyes,
so far
Jeff.
was down to
Wow.
around 70 FPS while in a menu, which, as long as it stays above 60,
What?
is very good in my opinion, and certainly rare for an early
The
access.
menus
Yeah,
are
I
more
would
laggy.
I would just say as someone who's been spoiling himself rotten with modern PC, bells and whistles. I can't totally tell the difference between anything above 60 FPS, but when you get below, it's like over
Yeah.
for me, man. Like 30 FPS is like I'm glad I played Tears of the Kingdom and then I went and started doing PC stuff because like I wouldn't have been able to make it through. I don't think in retrospect.
Really? Okay. All
Yeah,
right,
it
Mr.
fucks
Snob over
you.
here.
No, it fucks your brain up. It's not even that. It's just my brain's messed up now. I'm like spoiled or something.
access game. Now, the graphics definitely aren't groundbreaking.
Raichu?
Whoa! Whoa!
Come on.
I like-
That Raichu's
Now, the
fucking
graphics
tail.
definitely
I like how we were both
groundbreaking.
just completely speechless there.
What the fuck?
It's Raichu plus Meowth?
Highlights.
We need to have a whole fucking like video where we just go over all of these, Jeff.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's enjoyable to look at for a prolonged gaming session, but I do wish there was more animations for things such as picking up resources, trees falling
Well,
down after chopping them, or just
mean,
visual
okay.
representations of items like the PAL harnesses that you can
Mm-hmm.
craft. Instead, you just grab them and there's no visible harness, even though you have to craft that before you can use them in this way.
Oh,
So,
okay.
overall, the performance
That's kinda
is
funny.
very good, and the
So you have to make a harness so you can use your pal as a weapon.
graphics are just alright.
He's using it. It's a flamethrower.
What?
It feels polished in terms of its
Is-
FPS.
Oh
but
my
everything
goodness. That's so
else does
funny.
feel very early accessy with missing animations, odd cutscenes, and some jank in the combat and gameplay. But let's
Well, yeah, it's early access. Although it is coming
So
out in 4
much better
days.
than the normal Pokemon games, you're telling me.
Yeah. Well, how Pokemon's FPS isn't first as the
Is it
worst
120 to 70?
yeah, and the shooter elements are terrible in Pokemon. I'm just kidding. There's no
let me
Pokemon.
say, if you
Anyway.
have a Steam Deck, this game is actually very easy to play on it. It's basically
Oh.
pick up and play. I downloaded it.
That's a big.
Do you have one of
that's-
those?
I didn't even think of that. Jesse, I might get a Steam Deck.
Okay.
Especially if you have a Pokemon competitor, a Pokemon killer on Steam Deck, that's crazy. Steam Deck's like the most expensive Steam Deck's like $500 or $600, and it's like having a gaming PC, just in pocket
really?
size. I can boot up OBS, capture the game I'm playing, and stream it all from a Steam Deck if I really wanted to. I could put a little webcam on it. I could like plug in like, you know, Ethernet and other stuff. I could plug in HDMI cords and set it up. Like I'm seriously looking at a Steam Deck as a streamer who travels a lot and plans to travel the world.
Oh, that is interesting.
Like,
yeah, because we have that issue every now and again.
Yeah, the only thing is like you're not gonna get like super HD quality like on very modern stuff. But for something like this, like it's perfect, you know. And older games run pretty well from what I understand. So I didn't even this whole time we've been doing it, I didn't even think of that. This is like this is that's so crazy because Steam Deck like blows the Switch out of the water, like in terms of hardware. It's like
really? Okay.
Oh, it's
Jeez.
Jesse.
Yeah,
It's
that shouldn't come as a surprise.
It's laughable, like what the Switch, you know. But like, I think someone can correct me, but from everything I saw, I have my Switch right here. I'm pretty sure it blows the Switch out of the water. And they just got the OLED, you know, model, you know, that the Switch has, and now they have fucking like a Pokemon killer. Oh man, Nintendo has to sue these people. They have to like go to war.
They have to, Jeff. I can't wait. It's gonna be. We're gonna cover it.
Oh my god, dude! I mean, there's so many ways this could go. Because like, if like this is such a benefit for the Steam Deck, and like if Nintendo draws a comparison, it's like, well, like you know, they've got the Steam Deck and Palworld, and it's like the Switch and Pokemon. Like, Steam makes a lot of money. If they drag, can you imagine if they drag Steam into the lawsuit and then like Gabe makes a call and he's like, send in, you know, the top 10, you know, send in the top 10 most proficient lawyers in the country.
Is this going to be like the OJ trial, but of gaming, Jeff? Is that where we're at?
It's the OJ trial of gaming. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Just have them have the game in court.
That's pretty good. That's awesome. Oh my god, that's so crazy. I'm sorry, I'm just like letting that sink in. All right, let's keep going.
For fun to see if it would work, and I found myself really enjoying it as a handheld experience. Again, the performance was very good on Steam Deck, so that did kind of.
All right, good performance. Got it.
Some technical
yeah, it looked like it had pretty good performance.
Let's talk about what Palworld actually
is. It fun?
My expectations were definitely.
It looks like it's a lot of shit.
To what the game actually is. If you're expecting this to be a creature collecting game where you simply go out, collect some monsters, train them up to get stronger and stronger with battling, to then take on bigger and better creatures.
It just looks kind of like fluid and fun, man.
Really that,
yeah.
Or at least that's only a
yeah, it does.
Fly on them.
Okay, it does sound like it's not just a pocket monster collecting game, and I think the fact that they're in giant groups like this probably is an indicator of that as well. You know, it's not like
what it is, and it's not the full focus. This is really unlike any other creature collecting game that I've played before, and it really threw me off to begin with. Initially, I was ready to go out and collect some pals, battle them together, and level up, when in reality the game is actually more so a survival game, and so the survival game mechanics and gameplay systems
I like survival games.
Come first and foremost.
Okay.
This means the first hours of gameplay won't be just collecting and fighting your creatures to level them up. It will be picking up rocks and wood, building crafting stations,
and I am fine with that.
Okay. Trees and mine rocks to then build up more and more resources so that you can actually build a base. At the beginning of the game, the creatures in the starting areas are a lot more smaller.
I don't know how I feel about survival games, to be honest. Like Minecraft aside, I haven't played a ton, admittedly, but I did feel it like hijacked my brain when I tried the Lego Fortnite, which is a survival game that they added to Fortnite.
Okay.
And I played it for an hour and a half, but it's kind of one of those, you know, you can just get like addicted to a game, but you don't like it or it's not fun. I was kind of on the line on if I liked it.
I don't know if I've ever had that happen to me. No.
Oh, that happens to me.
If I'm not having a good time, I just put the game down. Jeff, what's your problem?
I'm easily duped. I'm easily duped into doing stuff.
All right, there you go.
They're called pals in this game, by the way, so we'll refer to the creatures as pals from now on. You can just walk up to the pals and start punching them.
Yeah,
I love that.
Let's go.
Fuck you, sheep.
Early on, and if you
wailing on a fucking sheep,
then you get some resources and items and even.
Oh, you get their meat? Oh no!
Yes. Who's ever wanted to try fried Pokemon?
Fried Wooloo meat? Oh my god!
Oh my god!
A hunger bar on yourself and your pals in your party.
Oh, it's encouraging you to do it too. I see, because
Oddly
need
enough,
food.
when
You know what,
defeated, the
Jeff?
dead body
Jeff, how long till somebody mods this game to where it's just the Pokemon?
I'm gonna do Palworld vegan run, all vegan run. No, no killing of animals, eating only
Aw,
grass.
Bless your soul, Jeff.
Yeah.
That's
kind
adorable.
of ragdolls, making for some, well, very interesting
Oh, that's so
interactions,
funny.
which is not something I
That's
thought
so
I would
funny.
see
I
in
love
a
this.
game.
This is
Of course, you're meant
hilarious.
to get their health low so that you can capture them with the
Is that
pouch
just there for you to
or
do?
some, well,
You can just
Oddly
do
enough,
that.
when
I
defeated,
love
the
when
dead
games
body
do that.
Kind of ragdolls, making for some, well, very interesting
Oh, it's a dead one.
interactions, which is not something I thought I would
That's
see
so
in a
funny.
creature collecting game. Of course, you're meant to get their health low so that you can capture them with the POW spears that you can find or craft, which again feeds into the heavy need for resources just
What?
like any
That was
other
quite the
survival
spin there.
game. So
Yeah.
after a few hours of farming, building up, and
Wow.
collecting a few of the basic POWs, you really start
Alright.
to see that at least the beginning of the game is less so about collecting.
Maybe I'll like this in something like Palworld, which is like a Pokemon-inspired game. Because I haven't,
we
I haven't
gotta
pl-
stream this together. This
I
would be
haven't
fun.
played a ton of. I haven't played a ton of survival games, so
Yeah, I
maybe I
don't
just
know.
need to.
This
Maybe
may
it's
be the one
just
for you.
like there's some genres you just need the right aesthetic to get you hooked in if you're not familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's that for me.
and battling, and more so about the survival aspects of gathering resources and building.
Okay.
At least this is until you get later in the game where you have everything set up and functional so you can start focusing on the boss fights and battling. You see, the thing is, the POWs in this game are actually more so tied to the base building systems and having actual functionality to make self-sustaining bases. This is because all of the POWs have different job roles, with some helping out with building and crafting, others using their fire to cook, some using water to feed plants, or just
Okay,
hanging
yeah, we
out
kinda read about
producing
that in the other
items
guy.
like wool and eggs.
Yeah.
So really, the initial focus of the game is all about
It seems more robust than like he was summarizing it to be, though. Like that's I like that. That's interesting.
gathering, building, and capturing POWs to then put to work in your base so that you can get everything functional.
More of a shit than
It's
Nintendo
very
ever seemed to
brief
give.
After these hours of more generic survival game gameplay where you're going out and chopping
Oh, generic.
trees down, that you can finally
See, I'm not the survival game expert, so I don't know if like this would like make some.
Yeah, I mean,
blow their
you
brains
know,
out.
if you've never really played a survival game before, you might be fine with it.
get geared
Yeah.
up and ready to go out further into the world to actually start fighting and capturing cooler and bigger, higher level POWs. My
Not counting Minecraft. I played Minecraft, of course.
biggest advice is to temper expectations away from a pure creature collecting experience and more
Oh, okay,
also
fine.
into the survival genre with games like Ark Survival Evolved or even Rust.
He's getting juggled.
Wow, that was weird.
Even though it really does feel quite wrong to say it.
So I remember some people telling me like, because I always thought I was like, Ark looks fucking awesome, and then like, because it's you're hunting T-Rexes and turning them into your pets that you can use to attack people with, and I always remember people saying like, yeah, it's not that fun actually or whatever, and maybe it's just because it's like it seems like it's a crazy like Monster Hunter game, but really it's like a survival game, so you got to just like work the system and like kind of scale up or something. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know how much. Yeah,
We're gonna
we'll
have to really
see.
play it to know, you know.
That being said, once you get past
Yeah.
those initial building up stages, the game really does start to open up and shine in its own unique way.
Maybe we do. Maybe we do the building up off stream or something like that. I don't know how fun that's gonna be.
I honestly think we should just dive in and
should
take
just
the
go
game
for
for all
it.
it's worth.
Yeah.
You know, fuck it. We're already kind of behind
Different
the
powers in
ball here.
combat is
Yeah,
fun,
that's
with
true.
each of them having different elemental attacks, abilities, and even interactions with your player. Like I mentioned earlier, with this cute little fire guy being basically a literal flamethrower. Collecting new pals is really fun as you figure out what they can do for your base, or if they'll be a new member of your actual party for combat or traversal. because
I mean,
you
that
can
I
fly
do
and
like
even
that
fly
they're
them,
not just
making
getting
map
buried in the
traversal
box, they're
so
getting
much
used in
better.
your
There's
base,
also
you know.
special bigger raid pals with higher stats, shiny pals
Yeah.
to find, and different traits that you get on them when you capture them. With systems like chain catching the same pals back to back giving you bonus XP, the actual systems of these pals are pretty fleshed out, and again, they are more so like AI NPC buddies for your base than actual creatures that you sort of care for and level up and travel through the game with. Your player character
Wait, let me
and again,
run that back
they
again for a
give you
second.
bonus when you capture them. With system stats, traversal so much better. There's also special bigger raid pals with higher stats, shiny pals to find, and different traits that
Oh, they added shiny hunting in, Jesse.
That's so funny.
That's
well,
hilarious.
all right, check.
Oh, there it is.
on them when
More
you capture
content.
them. With systems like chain
Endless
catching the same
content.
pals back to back giving you bonus XP, the actual systems of these pals are pretty fleshed out, and again, they are more so like AI NPC buddies for your base than actual creatures that you sort of care for and level up and travel through the game with. Your player character actually has a vital role in combat too, and it's basically a third-person shooter in that respect, where you can shoot bows, guns, even RPGs, you can dodge and use melee weapons as well.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So it's not even like it sounds like it's not really about customizing their attacks. You know, like they probably get what they get and stuff.
I'm fine with that.
But they're more for your base, and then you have a gun and you shoot people with your pals. You shoot other pals with
You
your
will
pals.
need to use these weapons not just in PAL battles, but also in base raids, because yes, in single player, your
Base
base
raids.
will still get attacked, so you'll need to set up defenses. And
We're gonna
protect
get
your hard
raided?
built up base.
That's
There's
so
also
funny. Is
co-op
he
in the
like, was he shooting shit out of his ass? Did you see that?
Let me see. Oh my God.
base
He's
raids,
slapping his
because
ass and
yes,
stuff's
in
flying out.
single
What the-
player, your base
see.
will still get attacked, so
see,
you'll
let me
need
see.
to set up defenses
Oh, he's pulling his tail. It's
he's
they're
pulling his
eggs.
tail,
It's like
okay.
an egg bomb or something like that.
and protect your hard built up
Oh, that's
base.
so
Oh no,
horrible.
you're slapping him on the back and he's pooping out an explodey egg or something.
So co-op in the early access,
That's ridiculous,
and
guys.
I believe there isn't
That's
gonna
so
be
crazy.
PvP
The game
just
doesn't
yet,
take
so I'm not
itself
sure
too seriously. I appreciate that.
Okay, no
Or if that
PvP
is
yet.
coming and there will be PvP base raids, I don't really know, but for now it is single player or co-op, which is still pretty fun. But is it all fun and
Okay.
games? Well, if you can get past the starting hours of pretty generic resource gathering, then the game really does shine as you start getting more and more invested in the different pals and collecting them. That being said, we do have to address the developer's track record, particularly Craftopia, which is another survival
Oh, I
action
heard
game
about
from
this,
Pocket
yeah.
Pair, which released into early access in 2020.
Oh, I didn't know anything about this this developer. So this is very helpful actually.
Yeah, I heard that they never like finished their other game that they made.
Oh, well they probably got this idea. They were like, drop everything.
Fuck that, yeah.
And well is still in early access. It's
Oh.
not a game that I've played for myself, but looking at the overall reviews on
This
Steam,
is looking very similar.
it's marked as mostly positive, but there are a lot of reviews and upset comments online, with people claiming the game is underwhelming for how long it's been in early access, and that it doesn't look like it will be releasing into a full game anytime soon. So
Wait, that looked like Breath of the Wild clone stuff. That's kind of funny.
yes, there is
there you go.
potential for Palworld to be another one of these infinitely stuck in early access games, but we just don't know. There's always a risk in buying early access titles. So
Oh,
while
the
game
days
is
when
real,
you could
it
actually
is a
fucking buy a game and just get the game. Miss those.
Yeah, that would suck if this was like that, or if it's stuck in early access because of a
They
lawsuit.
take the money
or
and ran.
something.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's why you play it now. But yeah, you guys will have to let us know in the comments if you think it's like a waste of time. That's what's. I want to know if like any of the Pokemon fans, do they think it's like a waste of time, or do they think they're going to get any enjoyment out of this, or is this all like gross to them? Or I don't know. I hear from the Pokemon fans I know, they're pretty hyped about it. Like they're like, this actually looks pretty cool. I'm down with this. But some people I think are like, it might be a waste. Might just be another Fakemon thing, you know.
a bunch of fun, and it's one of the most unique titles that I think I've ever played, especially after initially hating it because my expectations were way off. It does still feel like
Okay, so if we reset our expectations and we're not going in doing a Pokedex and everything, so it's not a
Well,
pure.
Jeff, I was never doing a Pokedex. Fuck that.
That's true. That was all me. That was all me. I guess.
That's your problem.
So it's more like guns with. It's not Pokemon with guns. It's kind of like guns and bases with Pokemon. You know.
I think that's a better way to orient it. Yeah.
Or yeah. So.
an early access game, even though a lot of the systems are fleshed out and there is a lot of hours of content here for you if you enjoy the sort of gathering resources, building a base, and capturing all of these different pals. But I do fear that without continued support, updates, and improvements, it might be a passing bit of fun rather than a game that you'll play for years to come. So let's hope that this does continue to get support, because I can't
So exactly
see it
like all
fleshed
the
out into
all the
so
normal
let's hope
Pokemon games.
It might be a
Well, that might be our fault because I mean I always
No,
dumped like 100
that's fair.
hours into it. I don't want to shit on Pokemon too hard because People do get so obsessed with it, you know. This might be the solution though, because like I think these base building games, like these systems, you could go 1,000 hours in it and still be like, you know, there's still stuff to do, you know. Mm-hmm. So this might be the solution for the poketism that everybody has, you know.
The poketism.
It's like I can only there's only 100 hours of content and it's spread thin or whatever, you know. It's like well, let's take you up to the big leagues. Let's scale you up to the big leagues, you know. Let's have a poke factory going on.
A passing bit of fun rather than a game that you'll play for years to come.
The combat looks really good. Like these animations and stuff look awesome. I know it's Unreal 5, but generic or whatever, but like, you know, we've seen the comparison in Legends Arceus, you know.
Yeah.
So let's hope that this does continue to get support, because I can see it being fleshed out into something quite special. But I'm reserving my expectations because from the track record, this could still be in early access in years to come. But with that being said, the game's also releasing onto Xbox Game Pass at the same time as its early access release on the 19th of January. So with Game Pass being a pretty good deal, it's very easy and cheap to just give it a go yourself. So yes, the game is real, it's super unique, a bunch of fun, and has great performance, but it's not without its worries of being an early access title. If you are interested in learning more about the game, then make sure to subscribe down below, because we'll have some follow-up videos coming your way soon.
Okay,
Question.
let me.
What is the
Oh
best
God!
no Wi-Fi
No,
game
stop!
for Ride?
Stop!
As you asked,
What a nightmare.
Yeah. So let me just
All
look
right,
this up.
well.
Let me just look this up real quick. Release date. Oh, okay. So I guess the release date is not on the 25th. Oh, that was just when the offer ends. So yeah,
it's already
just,
out, dude.
It's just an indefinite. One of my friends already has it. Yeah, it's just an indefinite early access. Well, how do you feel about that, Jesse? Do you? I mean, do we? Care?
I do not like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we don't like that.
I don't like wasting money, and I've been burned by early access before. So
Really? Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully it doesn't get, you know, because what if it's like early access and it gets sued into the dirt and then it's like.
And then it's pulled from Steam, and they did a rug pull, and they fled the, you know, they've disappeared off the planet. So
Yeah,
who knows?
I think the solution is to not take it too seriously and just kind of just dive into it and just see where we get with it.
You're part of history. Yeah.
Just be a part of history, basically. Just be, you know, I want to be tapped into this. I want to know the mechanics for when they're outlining in court. Like this is why this is the same as Pokemon, and they're like, actually, no, Pokemon doesn't have this kind of cooking. They just make shitty sandwiches. You can't use a fox to pull fire on the,
that was.
yeah,
Jesus.
like I want to be there for that. I want to like understand the nuances of this. Is like what this is my suits. This is going to be my suits. Is this lawsuit between Nintendo?
Well, we're going to be commentating on the lawsuit as well, apparently.
Yeah, probably. I mean, almost certainly, right? We're not out of left field for saying that. Like that's.
I don't think so. No.
Man. Oh, it's so interesting. The whole
What a
thing's
time
so
to be
interesting.
alive.
I will say the survival element thing tempered my excitement about it a bit. I don't know how much I like that. It's a kind of a commitment, but we'll see. We'll see about that. The early access indefinitely, that kind of bugs me a little, maybe a little less than Jesse, but it does bug me. I'm like a catchaholic. I'm currently in peak catchaholic mode in terms of Pokemon. You know, like I just completed the Indigo Disc DLC Pokedex and all that. So, you know, I'm loving doing that. So I would kind of rather just run around, even if it's not how the game's designed. I may just ask around and see if I can just run around and just try and catch everything, you know.
Well, I like that it's going to have some multiplayer. You know, I always enjoy that with hanging out with you playing games.
Yeah, for sure.
And it looks already a hell of a lot less jank. I'm just intrigued for the game. I think we're just going to have to give it a swing. I know a lot of people are apparently enjoying it. This guy seems to like it. So, yeah, just dive in.
Yeah, so fascinating. And the like, you know, the blatant like copycat stuff is
there's
just,
so many levels
it's
to how
just so
interesting
many
this is,
it's
yeah.
so interesting, it's funny. Man, I'm glad we took the time to kind of dig into it, because I you know, I only just see what I see from other people and stuff like that. So but Well, thank you for watching our reaction. Let us know what you think of this. Like, are you going to play it? Are you going to wait and see? Are you not interested at all? Also, let us know, do you think they're getting sued by Nintendo? Because we think they're getting sued by Nintendo. Like, I don't know.
It's
like,
gotta happen.
Like, give us your prediction. Give us your Palworld / Pokemon prediction for like what kind of confrontation happens with this. Maybe they luck out and there's some loophole that allows them to do this, and like you maybe just get a slight press release response from Nintendo. Maybe that's your prediction on one end. Maybe it's total Nintendo victory, total Palworld death in the courts. They drag it in, they slit this game open and they bleed it dry of all the cash and everything like that. Or maybe it's in the middle and it's a close battle and it's, it all becomes like Pokemon monster battles, gameplay mechanics centric, like legal disputes, and we're just watching that on live streams for months.
We're gonna be We'll call it the courthouse raid. We're gonna stream it here on Gaijin Hideout. So.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be amazing. So, but yeah, on that note, thanks so much. And if you're new here, we always say this, but please like and subscribe if you've liked this video. If you like anything related to Pokemon or other JRPGs or Japanese games in general, that's our vibe here. We go live Monday. We put new videos up trying to do Mondays. We do shorts, and we go live on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Fridays is Pokemon. Saturdays is a throwback RPG like Star Ocean. That's what we're doing right now. And Sundays is action RPGs like Dragon's Dogma, which we're doing. So, But on that note, thank you so much for watching, and peace out.
See ya.